How we doing, and welcome to the latest in the Dawn of Jowl YouTube videos. And we're here today to talk about the dawn of Discord. So Discord is a place basically for people to come together and chat and to receive updates, in this case, about what we're up to. So I'm just going to give you a quick tour of the different channels that we use on the dawn of Discord. So you've got the general for general chat obviously, but also here we've got community graphics, and this is fantastic teamwork here that allows us to keep scenarios like Dawn of Today right up to date, where people are loading up the very latest gear, as you can see for Sasha Banks, for example. Whatever she's wearing, however she's looking on the latest show, it will get uploaded by one of the community members and fall right into the game. We got suggestions where people can make their suggestions about the game, so you can see here people suggesting future Dawn of scenarios. There's a little voting button so people can say yay or nay whether they think it's worth pushing, and ultimately I'll decide which ones get made, but it's a great resource for me to see what is in most demand. It's a place to discuss those suggestions, and here's a personal favourite of mine. So some of you will know some of the Dawn of scenarios are based upon historical wrestling and periods of time when way back before wrestling was mainstream or on TV, and that's a great place to share some of the photos about the stars we've been using. On announcements, you'll be the first to hear in the Discord about any changes, updates, releases of any of the Dawn of scenarios. You can see here some of the previous announcements to show what's been released. A bit of fun on the voting channel is what's your favourites on different things. And then spoiler chat is where basically people can keep me up to date for the Dawn of Today as to what's been going on around the wrestling world to make sure the game is kept as up to date as possible. You can see we've got different setups then for each of the Dawn of scenarios that are currently active, and in each of these areas people can talk about the games they're having, they can share their screenshots, and people can talk about how they might want to book their shows, etc. And again, on here can provide me with any updates from the wrestling world. We've got one for Dawn of Monday Night Wars where we split it into different company channels, so you can talk about your ECW save, USWA, get tips from other people, who the good stars are. And likewise for all the other scenarios, so Dawn of Legends, Dawn of the WWF, and Dawn of Wrestling, which is the one that starts right back in 1900. But this is probably the bit that most people find of most interest. So in the first video we showed you a couple of the future scenarios that were coming up. Well, here's a few more. So in here we get to talk about what you might expect from 1948 to the dawn of the National Wrestling Alliance. You've got the Dawn of WrestleMania, which we talked about before, started in 1985. Another upcoming project beyond that is 1990's The Dawn of the Dead Man. We're still looking at 85 at the moment, showing you some of the screenshots that get shared here to give you a sneak peek as to what it might look like. The 1990 Dawn of the Dead Man, and starts at The Undertaker's debut. 2002 Dawn of the Brand Split is an upcoming one as well, and that will tie in with when we get the Brand Split feature added to the game. 2012, the Dawn of NXT, and then here's some of those fictional scenarios we talked about. First of all, Dawn of Disney. You can see some of the graphics from the Marvel Universe company there. The Dawn of Fantasy, again we talked about in the last video. That's a shot from the Game of Thrones Game of Thrones company. And then some others, we got Dawn of Video Games. So if we scroll up a little here, you'll see that we've penciled in that it will be based on different gaming companies and the stars that have appeared in those, so Nintendo, Konami, Sega, etc. And then Dawn of History, we'll go right back to the beginning of time and have history's greatest, depending on your definition, characters, and that will be a big undertaking one day. And there's lots of other places where you can talk about different stuff. One of those is Ben's booking challenge, so I'll link it here, but this is where we did a draft, work together in booking pairs to book on Dawn of Today. There's some good fun in there. So there's a really good community. Really hope that we'll get some new members as a result of this. Come along, check it out, and see you again next time.